welcome to my channel, or welcome back. And in today's video we are going to be channeling messages from the wealthiest, richest version of you. So let's just get into it. And if you would like more exclusive content from me, every single Wednesday on Patreon I do a exclusive tarot post. So it's either an article, affirmations, tarot combinations, tarot spreads, just all secrets of tarot. All those things will be on my Patreon, so go check it out. It's linked down below. So let's get into pile number 1, which is this red crystal. So this is pile number 2 and 3, just to be sure, y'all. So it's pile number 1 is this red crystal. Let's get some channeled messages from the wealthiest and richest version of yourself, the moon. So I just heard, y'all, that things aren't as they seem right now, and the wealthiest version of you wants you to basically tap into your imagination. Like, really go deep into your imagination. You could be someone who has you are someone who has a very active imagination. That your wealthiest version of self wants me to tell you that you have a very active imagination, and that you can use this to create more wealth in your life right now, because I just heard you're already on the timeline of the wealthiest version of yourself. And really tap into the spiritual connection that you have with the work that you do, because this will really help. And also, some of you guys, writing could bring you more wealth than you can ever imagine as well. I'm also hearing that there's a certain mentor or like a guiding figure. It doesn't necessarily have to be a male figure, but it can be, who is basically like holding your back, has your hand around, has their hand on your shoulder like this, and is basically holding you accountable, and also wanting to see you win. Like, this is somebody this resonates with you. This is going to be somebody who you automatically recognize and who you automatically know. So there's somebody who wants to help you, and they might send you advice at night for some reason, or it might be like over a deep conversation. But the wealthiest version of you wants you to basically like really tap into your imagination. Like, I heard when you were a child, because there's a child on here, go into that space where you would create things crazy in your imagination. So let's get more messages from the wealthy and richest version of you. Yeah, there's something that needs to end in order for you to tap into this next level of wealth. It could also be, what needs to end is you need to stop hiding yourself away, I'm hearing. Yeah, stop hiding yourself away, because I'm hearing that there's a part of you, there's a talent, there's a gift, there's some great work that's very much of high service that wants to basically come through you right now. And it for a lot of you guys, it's a creative outlet, and it's something that you're very attached to emotionally, because these are both water sign major arcana. But for whatever reason, maybe as a child you were like pushed away from that, or for whatever reason you just like weren't really able to connect with it with the way that you want to connect with it, and for whatever reason you kind of put it on the back burner and you kind of just like forgot about it. Well, the wealthiest version of you says that I'm doing this thing. Like, the wealthiest version is like, I'm doing this thing, and not only am I doing this thing, but this thing is very lucrative to me. It's making me a lot of money, and it's bringing me a lot of peace, and it's really helping you connect to your emotions on a deeper level, and helping you understand and realize the power of who you are. And I'm hearing your wealthy self the wealthiest version of you wants you to meditate more and use that time in meditation. I just heard, when you wake up every single day, allow yesterday to die off. Like, whatever wins that you had from the day before, like, take note of them and like use that to build your momentum. But everything else, let it die off. And in the morning, when you're in your like bed laying down like this, when you first wake up, doesn't have to be with your head like that, but like with your arms like that, but you guys get what the gist of them saying. Literally plan how you want your day to go. Like, literally what is it called? Use your imagination, because that's what your wealthiest self wants you to do. Use your imagination to basically go to, I said go to, this is not, no pun intended, because this is two of wands. But basically plan your days ahead and really use that to make the most of the moment and make the most of all your time. So that is the message from the wealthiest version of you. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, give this video a like and thumbs up. And now we're going to move on to pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. You guys chose this crystal. Let's see what is messages from the wealthiest version of you. Page of Pentacles. So the wealthiest version of you says reinvent yourself. I have this in my hand to redirect energy right now. Reinvent yourself and study this thing in which you're reinventing yourself, because I just heard the person that you are right now, and this might sound a little harsh, but your wealthiest self is like low-key kind of harsh, y'all. That's what I'm getting. Is not the version of you that's your wealthiest self. There's some learning that needs to be done. There's some growing that needs to be done. There's some maturing that needs to be done. I'm also hearing that your family obligations or your family could be impeding your wealth, basically. So you might actually have a lot of responsibilities within your family, whether it's your family of origin or your family of procreation, but this is actually blocking you from creating the whole entire, like really tapping into your wealthiest self for some reason. Very interesting message. But yeah, there's a lot to learn and study, and I'm hearing read a lot more, and commit yourself to some sort of study or some sort of learning and some sort of skill set that your wealthiest self wants you to grow your skills and to be patient in this process, but know that every single day that you are working towards these skills and growing these skills, you're actually like moving closer to your wealthiest self. So let's get some more information on messages from the wealthiest version of you. Also, I just heard stop being so nice. There needs to be some boundaries set. There needs to be some boundaries set here, y'all, is what I'm seeing. Stop being so nice to other people, but mean and critical towards yourself. Yeah. There's some energy, y'all, of having a lot of different choices here. You have a lot of different choices. You have a lot of different directions in which you can take. But the wealthiest version of you is saying and I just got like, it's funny because this is the 7 of Cups, and when I said directions that you could take, it's like my mind went blank and like all these choices flashed before me. But so the wealthiest version of yourself is saying you might have so many choices. You actually might come from family money, or your family might have a lot of money. This is for some of you, and for some of you guys, this could feel like more of a hindrance than a help, in a sense. But your wealthiest self is telling you to actually like flip it and use it to your advantage if that's the case. Like if your grandparents have money and your parents have money and then you have money, like literally use that to your advantage. Use that as leverage to really like sift through all your choices and possibility and pick the one that is most that brings you the most emotional fulfillment and brings you the most joy. Like so much so that whatever you're doing to build the wealth doesn't even feel like that you're doing to build the wealth. And also what I'm seeing here is start to imagine the type of life that you would have if you were the wealthiest version of yourself. I'm hearing that you could be someone who really wants to host dinner parties or like have family gatherings, or you want to be like the rich auntie / rich uncle vibe, whatever gender that you're watching this in. Like you want to be that family member that basically like has everything for everyone, and really tap into that and really like use that to create your next move and do what you know to do, because your wealthiest self is telling you to start from a place of already feeling wealthy and already be wealthy and already creating from a place of wealthy. Like, don't study, don't create, don't reinvent yourself from a place of, oh, I'm flawed, nothing's working for me, nothing ever works out for me, I'm not seeing any movement, any traction. No, like, do it from a place of, I'm the wealthiest version of myself now. Like, that could be an affirmation that you have for yourself. For some reason, I'm being called to give you guys an affirmation card. Also, stop wasting time. Get better with time management. Your wealthiest self wants me to tell you. Okay, 2 cards came out. It says, I trust myself to make the right decision. And weren't we just talking about an abundance of different decisions to make? Go with the one that feels the best to you. I just heard what you need is what your ideal client, customer, employer needs. So it's like a direct mirror. It says, always try to be your best supporter. The true magic starts when you believe in yourself. Yes, believe in yourself. Like, literally reinvent yourself from a place of, I'm just doing this to be the best version of myself. I have the courage and strength to walk through any challenge. I heard some of you guys should do some imaginal acts of what it would be like if you didn't come from a lot of money, like family money or old money. What it would be like to do that. Like, what would it be like to be able to, I don't know, like, have rich people hobbies, like maybe horseback riding or golfing or going on holiday multiple times a year, or having multiple properties, like things like that. Like, really allow yourself to dream and think big. And it says, challenges are blessing in disguise, and you will always find within yourself all the necessary resources to face them. You are capable of doing anything that you set your mind to. And that is the truth. So that is your reading, pile number 2. Now we're going to move on to pile number 3. If you enjoyed this reading, give this video a like and thumbs up and subscribe. And if you would like more consistent content from me, definitely check out my Patreon, where I upload a post on there once every Wednesday. So moving forward to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. You guys chose this crystal. Let's see what messages from the wealthiest version of you. What does your wealthiest version have to say? There's something you need to turn your back on right now, right this moment. Like, this is clear as day. There's something you need to turn your back on. And you could, like, be looking out, staring out into the distance right now, or kind of just like in this almost detached mode. But there's something you need to leave, and maybe you'll come back to it. It could literally be your hometown, or your family home, or the home you grew up in, or just a safe job, something like that. You need to turn your back from it and move forward away from it, so that you could really go after, like, the dream that you have. Because the wealthiest version of you, like, I just heard did a figure 8. So there might be something, someone, or just an idea or ideology you have to get away from, and then maybe you can return back to it like a figure 8. Maybe not. But that is what the wealthiest version, messages that the wealthiest version of you has to say. So, and also cleanse your energy, I'm hearing. You are somebody who could take on the energies of others, like, very strongly. So just be aware of that. And this can actually hinder you to take on the energies of other people. And it would be beneficial for you to really, like, cleanse your energy. Like, maybe get a sage or Palo Santo, or even one of these crystals if you can't really do the smell wherever you're at, and this will cleanse your energy. Like, do things to cleanse your energy. Even like taking a bath or a shower is cleansing to your energy, because your energy is very much so magnetic. But it could also be people try to, like, siphon your energy. So your wealthiest self just wants you to be aware of that, because you have to have it wants you to know, your wealthiest self wants you to know that you need to have protection over your energy. So moving forward to more messages from the wealthiest version of you. You're gonna have to put in the work through all discomfort. Yeah, once you put in the work, and the Wheel of Fortune fell out, Swords at the back of the deck. Once you put in the work is when destiny will shape shift to your wealthiest self. Because I'm hearing that you could be very much in your head. You could have all these grand plans and schemes and ideas and just all of these things, right? But you don't take action on them. And inspired action is necessary in order to tap into your wealthiest self. Like, sure, you can get money through just randomly people sending money to you. Like, money can come from any way, which, or source. But the wealthiest version of you wants to actually like work for this wealth. Like, I'm hearing some of you guys desire to be self-made, desire to have a lot of responsibility, and desire to work hard at whatever it is that you're doing. So your wealthiest self is basically like confirming that this is the direction that you're supposed to be on. Sure, you may be in your masculine energy, especially if you're a woman watching this, for a little bit. I'm hearing like up to 10 months of just straight like hard work. Like, when I say hard work, I don't mean like spinning your wheels and not seeing any gains or doing things that you hate. I mean just putting in the energy, like putting in the input so you can get output. And I just heard the more input that you put in, the more that you act on these plans and you walk away from whatever is blocking you from acting on these plans, even if it's not physically walking away. Like, some of you guys could literally just energetically or psychologically, which is kind of the same thing, distance yourself from things that remind you of a poor version of yourself or a broke version of yourself, and really just lock in on what it is that you want to do and do it every single day. Like, literally, you see this lady, it looks like she's climbing up a hill, but she's doing it. And she might be a little bit old, she may be a little bit aged, but it doesn't matter. She's still doing what she needs to do in order to get where she needs to go, in order to see the fruits of her labor, which you need to do. Inspired action is so necessary, y'all. And this is when you're going to start seeing the wheel of fortune start to turn in your favor. But I also want to tell you this, because I'm getting this like really tense energy in my neck right now as I'm talking. And let me cleanse it with the cyanite. That takes some time out to rest. Like, especially if you're in the boat where you've just been working really hard and spinning your wheels and not seeing any gains, take time out to rest. Like, literally plan. If you're an avid planner and you're someone who works on a schedule, like, literally take that time out, y'all, to like literally write in your calendar, like, relax, like, rest, like, have quiet time. Especially if you have kids, start to give them and they're very hyper for some reason. I'm getting this message. Start to program them. I don't want to say program them because they're not computers, but our brain is a computer. But start to show them that you can relax and still have a good life and still get things done and still be productive and still achieve things. Like, take time out. Maybe if you decide to work 6 days a week or 8 days in a row, I'm seeing, take that 9th day or that 10th day to just relax. Literally, even if you don't have the money to go on vacation, just imagine yourself on vacation. Like, what would you be doing? And do those things in your home or wherever you're at. So I'm getting called to pull a self-care card for you guys from the wealthiest version of you. Your wealthiest version is ready for you to make the climb, make the leap. Intuition. You know what to do, and you have really strong intuition. Also, making a vision board of the wealthiest version of you, like literally call it the wealthiest version of me vision board, will also be really beneficial for you guys at this time. So you know what to do. And when you really take that day off, I'm hearing after your sprint, like, you take the rest, because when someone sprints, they have to take a rest and then they sprint again. Like, I'm hearing that's more so your energy. So use your intuition to know when it's time to take a rest. And when you can't focus anymore, when the work just seems like you're starting to like not like what you're doing, even though that you know that you love it in your heart, it's time for you to really look at that and be like, okay, well, what's really next for me? What's the next step for me? And use your intuition, because your intuition is very strong, and that will help the Wheel of Fortune continue to turn in your favor. So thank you guys so much for watching this reading. If you liked it, remember to give this video a thumbs up and check out everything in my description. So I do offer 1 and 2 question personal readings, so those will be linked down below. You can just purchase from the link via PayPal. And then I have a Patreon if you would like more exclusive content from me, where I do weekly articles on tarot, whether it be tarot combinations, just tarot articles, tarot secrets, tarot card meanings. It's just like going to basically be, my goal for that Patreon is for it to be just have a fountain of tarot knowledge for people who love to use tarot for self-development like me. So definitely go check that out. It is linked down below. It's only like $3 a month, so any support will really help me continue to be consistent on this channel. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.